go ahead and go straight into your reading to see what the next 72 hours has in store for you. Any information that you may be looking for to book a personal reading with me will be below. And if at any point you enjoyed this reading, you feel like it resonated with you, definitely like the video, leave me a comment below. I do respond, okay? And let's go ahead and just jump in. We're going to start off with just the overall energy for this month here. So the first three cards that we have, Libra, it's just the general energy for the next 72 hours for them. Okay, so the first three cards we have the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this time frame talks about doing things for the sake of your sanity and you taking care of your mental health as a whole, especially if there has been just certain things that have been agitating in the process of you like trying to handle business with finances, also trying to manage a relationship. I think that the next 72 hours, the quality of how much care you pour into your mental health is really going to shift the narrative. It also talks about, hey Sade, how are you doing? It also talks about getting to a place to where you have answers. If you felt like prior to this time frame, you did, hey All City, if you felt like you didn't have a level of like insight or understanding on how to navigate a romantic relationship, I do think that this time frame will grant you that, and you'll have full understanding on like how to approach conversation and communication with your person. You also may question someone's word, whether or not they're an honest individual, especially if they put on this mask of, being truthful, or maybe saying things and you just don't feel like you could all the way believe them because of things that they have, maybe said in the past and maybe have not fell through with, or follow through with, excuse me. You could be questioning whether or not their word is to be trusted. So during this time frame, you will get a chance to see if that is, the case, or if their word is bond to some degree. I think that you also could be getting to a place of just being present. The Five of Cups reverse is a good card because it does talk about you releasing the need to focus on just what hasn't worked out. But you could be at a different perspective where it's like, okay, I know what the issue was. Now I know how to move forward, which is good. Now, going into the advice for you, what does the energy look like for my Libras in terms of just the overall advice for them? So I have the Queen of Cups in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, and also the Seven of Swords. So the overall advice is to, be mindful of someone who's very emotionally immature. This is somebody who could, get out of their, how do I say this? They can get out of their body in terms of emotions. Emotions can take over their response to things, and they could say things they don't mean, or even do things they don't mean. And if you feed into it in these moments where they're not able to control themselves emotionally, this could kind of throw you off in your equilibrium. So during this time frame, be mindful of someone who could be, struggling with their own emotions and then projecting them onto you for you to now catch their emotional bug and then be reactive as well. It also talks about being mindful of caring about individuals that don't care about themselves. Some of you could have like this deep care for someone and you want to show them a different version, a different side, and it may be a situation where maybe they're not intentionally trying to hurt you, but you could be getting hurt in the process of trying to support this individual. And this doesn't have to be just romantic. When I say this could be like anybody, honestly. I would also be mindful of, like, with the emotional thrown off energy of someone being this way at work. I do see that as well. Now, another piece of advice, allow time to play out. With the Seven of Swords, again, what I was seeing with the Queen of Swords in the first set of cards, if you can't believe that someone's word is bond, then allow them to show you that their word is bond. So let time play out. Spirit is saying also be strategic with your timing. Be strategic with how you spend money as well. Now, possible challenge that my Libras may run into during this time frame, I have the Magician in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and I also have the Wheel of Fortune. So the challenge you could run into is someone who could be very good at taking your care for them and then kind of using it to their benefit. Okay. They could constantly ask you for money because they know that asking you for money is something that you'll do because you don't want to see them in a bad situation. Or they could constantly maybe make repeated mistakes that you have expressed to them, like, oh, I don't really like when you do this, or I don't really feel comfortable with this. And they may take advantage of the fact that you hear them out and use that to their advantage. So this may be something you need to be mindful of. Another thing that may be challenging is there could be some sort of new opportunity that's either presented or maybe in your line of focus, but it's going to require you to maybe make some sacrifices in the process. With every good thing or any new opportunity that comes into our life, there's a trade-off that we're having in the process that we don't maybe pay attention to initially because we are thinking about, what we'll gain from, getting a new job and whatnot. But we may not consider, like, okay, the trade-off, I might have to sacrifice more time in my day, or I might not be able to do X, Y, and Z. So the challenging part could be the trade-off. Like maybe there's a new opportunity, but it's in a different city, or there's a new business idea, but it could require a lot of your time. So you may not have enough time to do certain things like with family or with friends, stuff like that. For others of you, the challenging part could be you dating somebody newer, and it's this question of whether or not this new experience is actually going to turn out well. This could be kind of nerve-wracking, especially for my single Libras who are getting back into the dating field, or my Libras who have recently gotten out of a relationship and it's like you're starting over. Also, it could just be with the Wheel of Fortune, just change that you're experiencing that is uncertain. Like there could be things that you're stepping into that feels unfamiliar, uncharted territory, new realms that you're stepping into. And the challenging part is maybe rolling with the flow of things, because things could be uncertain to some degree. Not necessarily bad, it's just uncertain. You don't really know where things are going to lead you. So it's the nerve-wrack part that could be a challenge. Now, going into love, let's look at that. What does the energy look like for my Libras in regards to love? So I have the Seven of Wands in reverse, the King of Wands, and also the Ten of Swords. So in regards to your love life, so if there has been any resistance or defensiveness, I do think that this time frame grants a chance to get past that and to move forward. Especially if you guys are dealing with an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Some of you, it may not necessarily be in the sense of getting back with this person. The challenging part may end because you just decide to step back. So this looks like either working on the relationship and choosing, to say, you know what, we're past these issues. Let's work through it. Your person is no longer being defensive. Or this could mean like you just stop giving a care to fight for the relationship anymore. Because the Seven of Wands is defending the foundation of something. In reverse, this could mean like I don't feel the need to defend or fight for something where I don't feel like I'm being, reciprocated in that effort. For my singles, I think that you're at a place to where you're getting out of a defensive way of dating. Like, not saying that you let your guard down to let any person into your life, but you're not maybe dating from the lens of disappointment, what has happened beforehand, and this is giving you a chance to move forward. Okay, some of you could be unblocking a love interest, or they could unblock you, but it could be this question of whether or not this person's intentions are in the right place, especially if they were mentally not in the best place when they were trying to date you beforehand, or they have betrayed you to some degree. Now, going into finances and career, what is going on with my Libra's finances and career for the next 72 hours? I have the Page of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, and also the High Priestess. So with finances and career, there could be certain things that are irritating that you have to take care of, like base bills, stuff for home, stuff for, your children that you have to pay for, like schooling, daycare. Those expenses could be annoying. You could be trying to figure out like, okay, what is my best plan of action when it comes to handling those expenses? Should I consider maybe another stream of income? I wish I had more help and support in terms of maybe the person you may have children with. Maybe you wish that they were more supportive in the financial front with the bills that you may have to pay for. Some of you could be burnt out when it comes to a work environment. You could have been working there for a minute and you've been waiting for your salary to be upgraded, or you've been waiting for you to be recognized for your work ethic and loyalty to the company. And some of you will be taking some time to debate on whether or not staying here is actually in your best interest financially. There also may be someone that you work with that's extremely passive aggressive. They may make working alongside them really draining. You know this already though, so just be intentional about how you spend your energy. But this is what I see. I wish you the best of luck. I hope that this was helpful and to give you insight, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.